Hi guys, happy new year. So today I'm going to show you guys how to go from this, to this. So if you want to see how to do that, stay tuned and watch this video to the very end. So first things first, I made some red velvet cupcakes topped with donuts. So you need 2.5 cups of flour and then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, as well as 2 tablespoons